But now, in return for the gift that you have given us, in allowing us to transmit these ideas to you, we ask in return, how may we now be of service to you? You may begin with your interactions if you wish.
Good evening, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
But I thank you first for this gift, for your knowledge. Thank you.
Thank you for allowing us to receive from all of you the gifts of your being. Proceed.
Just want to see if you can, I'm fascinated with you traveling and contacting other civilizations.
Yes.
I'm trying to do that too.
You are what?
Trying to do that too.
You are what?
Trying to do
You
that.
are what?
I'm doing that.
You are doing that, yes. Remember,
Yeah.
we are selectively deaf to certain words on your planet.
Yeah. Got it, yes.
You are
Got
doing it.
You can, yeah.
All right. If you are trying, then what you are doing is
I'm
trying.
doing that through lucid dreaming.
All right, lucid dreaming, yes.
And I, want to you to, tell me how can I make that happen? How can I improve that?
Improve lucid dreaming?
Lucid dreaming, yes.
Are you dreaming lucidly right now?
I am, yes.
Well,
Remember,
when you make less separation in your mind and in your beliefs between what you call physical reality and what you call the dream state, you will realize you're lucidly dreaming right now, and that recognition can begin to leak into, can begin to dissolve the barriers between what you call the waking and sleeping state. You are literally dreaming right now. You dream physical reality into manifestation. So the idea is that you need to create less difference, less separation between what you call the waking state and what you call the dreaming state. It's actually the same thing, just different degrees of the same thing. It's just like a spectrum. It's just like a different frequency of light. So if you dream in a sense, or live more lucidly, more consciously, that will also begin to recognize. If you define reality more consciously, that will also begin to allow you to experience the idea on all levels more lucidly. Does that make sense?
Of course, it's totally.
Does that help you?
Yes, indeed. Thank you.
Anything else?
No, that will be all for tonight. Thank you. Thank you.
It's all about definition. It's all about definition. How you define your reality is how you experience your reality. Your beliefs and definitions are the same idea. If you find that you are having some degree of difficulty comprehending some state of being that you wish to experience, the first thing you need to do is examine your definitions of that state of being, because you will usually find that it is within your definitions that is creating the experience you are having, and when you change your definition, you will change your experience. As we have often said in your language, if at first you don't succeed, redefine success. Rather than beating your head against the wall, doing something that isn't you. Proceed.
Good day, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
Thank you for tricking us into talking to our higher selves.
Always happy to supply a mask to allow you to talk to your own higher mind.
I'm nervous talking to myself for the first time.
Nervous? Why? Do you not believe that your higher mind is composed of the idea of ecstatic energy?
I do.
Then is it nervousness or is it excitement?
It is excitement and fear.
Fear. Oh, all right. Fear of what? Why would you fear your own higher mind? What definitions have you built around the idea of your relationship to your own higher mind that would allow you to experience fear? Because remember, if I may go on for a moment, any emotion you feel, any emotion you experience is the result of something you believe to be true first. You cannot have a feeling about something if you don't already believe something to be true about your relationship to that thing. So whatever you feel is an opportunity to use that feeling and ask yourself the question, what would I have to believe is true about my relationship to this situation, to this idea, to this object, to this person, in order to have the feeling I'm having? Because you can use the feeling to trace it back to what kind of a belief would have to exist within you in order to generate that feeling, because there is no feeling without a belief. So if you have defined your relationship to your higher mind with a negative belief, you will, of course, experience that relationship with fear. But fear is just your own energy being filtered through a belief that's out of alignment with your true self. Once you bring that belief into alignment with your true self, you will use the very same energy to pass it through the new belief, the belief that is in alignment, and you will feel the very same energy, not as fear, but as joy. So, what definition do you have within yourself that allows you to experience your relationship with your higher mind in a fearful way?
I believe that I am attempting to protect myself
From what?
from a fear of emotional engulfment.
Oh, one moment. You are saying you have a fear of a fear? Is that what you are saying? How many layers are there to this fear?
I don't know. There are a lot.
Oh, all right. Maybe so. Go ahead. You feel you need protection from what? What's out to get you?
I believe I'm still stuck in a victim role from childhood that I need.
Childhood? Whose childhood?
My childhood.
Your childhood? Are you sure? Are you sure it's yours? Huh. Did that question throw you?
That's hard to understand.
Oh, all right. So it did throw you. How far? Let me put it this way. I am not just playing with your words. The idea behind what we are saying is this, in terms of physics. Every single moment is truly a new moment. And if you understand that, truly understand what that means, you will understand that you are redefining yourself every moment. You're literally recreating your reality from moment to moment to moment to moment to moment. Literally, this is not a metaphor, literally billions of times a second. So smoothly, you don't know you're doing it. But the idea is that as you choose to define the new reality, whatever you choose to define the new reality as, the new person as, is what you experience. Now, if you choose to define yourself in such a way as to create a definition that connects you to some other reality that you're calling the past, then you will experience it that way. But if you truly understand the concept that as you redefine yourself, you literally, again, no metaphor, you literally are every moment a new person, then if you truly understand that concept, what that means is the new person has a different past than the person that was standing there a billionth of a second ago. And if you know that you have defined yourself as the person you prefer to be, then you know you have a whole entire new history, and thus nothing that happened to the other person has anything to do with you if you don't choose it to. So anything that you feel victimized by in terms of a childhood experience is something you are choosing to believe affects you, but you're creating that experience of that affectation now as this person in the present. Mm-hmm. You don't have to believe that. It's up to you. Now, if you do choose to continue to believe that the idea of an unpleasant childhood somehow still affects you as an adult, as this person you are defining yourself to be, then you have to ask yourself, what am I getting out of continuing to choose to believe that? Well, obviously you feel you're getting something out of it, or you wouldn't continue to choose it, because none of you do anything that you don't think you're getting something from. That's your motivational mechanism. That's how it works. You always choose what you think serves you in some way, shape, or form. So as paradoxical as it may seem, if you choose something that you empirically or intellectually know doesn't really serve you, but you keep choosing it, some belief within you is telling you that it does serve you. You have attached a belief to it that says it's serving you, because if you didn't, you wouldn't keep choosing it. You wouldn't keep believing it, because the instant you identify something as being more of service to you than something else, you automatically move in that direction. You automatically choose that thing. But you see, the key is what you define as serving you. So many times people on your planet are very afraid to really be their full selves. And as painful as it may be to stay who you are right now, many times many of you have a greater fear of the unknown. And so even though you are in pain now, it's familiar to you, and you will actually define familiarity, as painful as it is, as the greater choice, as the better choice, as the preferable choice than the pain you imagine might come from actually taking a step towards something you know nothing about. If you have attached a definition to that thing in that way, then it is no surprise that you would keep choosing something you say you don't prefer. You have to find out if you have such a definition, which you probably do, and you have to find out what it is, because only by identifying it, only by bringing it from the subconscious into the conscious through identifying it, can you then deal with it, because you can't change what you are not willing to own. So once you identify it, you will see that it is a belief, as you say, that doesn't really belong to you. To use your timeline analogy, you may have picked it up from someone else. You may have picked it up from your parents, you may have picked it up from your friends, you may have picked it up from your society, but it's a belief that you're holding on to that isn't yours. You've become what we call a belief thief. You have stolen someone else's belief, and you have been taught to believe it's yours, but it's not. If you don't want to be a thief, let it go. Give it back. Don't hold on to it. It has nothing to do with who you prefer to be, does it? What you have to understand thus then is, once you identify the belief that is keeping you in choosing those particular things you do not prefer, you have the ability to recognize that once you identify it, you will recognize it as nonsensical and illogical, that it doesn't belong to you. That's why identifying the belief is so important, because any belief that's actually out of alignment with your true self, once identified, will actually appear nonsensical. You will see it's not yours. What am I doing with this? And you will let it go. You'll drop it. And thus then your imagination and your creativity will supply a new idea, a new belief, a new definition that is representative of who you prefer to be. And if you understand that this is simply physics we're talking about, simply energy we're talking about here, then once you have, in a sense, allowed yourself to receive the conception from the higher mind of a new belief, a new idea, and you allow yourself to let it be all right to implant it in your personality structure, then you will allow yourself to be more in harmony with the higher mind, and you will recognize, at least on that front, there is nothing left to fear until the next time you find another negative belief that you can then deal with in the same way. Is this making some sense in your language?
Yes.
Is this helping you at all? Hesitation usually means no. Are you understanding what we're saying? Or is it that you, in a sense, sort of understand, but still have a belief that you're not sure you can actually implement this, that it will not work for you?
Yes. Yes.
Why do you believe out of all of the beings in creation, it will not work for you? Isn't that kind of arrogant? It works for every being everywhere, just not you. Do you really want to be that arrogant?
No.
All right. Then why wouldn't it work for you? Because you see, the real secret is, it is actually working for you. It's just working to create the things that are the strongest belief within you in certain circumstances, which may be your fearful ones.
Yes.
But the fear beliefs, aren't they bringing about situations that in that sense allow you to continue to experience fear?
Yes. It's
Well,
hard.
then the mechanism is working perfectly. Why shouldn't it keep working when you decide to implement the idea of positive beliefs into it instead of negative ones? Why should the mechanism care what you put into it? The mechanism is the mechanism. It already works. Why not let it work in the way that you prefer it to, instead of continuing to allow it to work in the way that you don't? Why not? Why not? Why not? Any reason that you would care to invent as to why not?
I'm speechless.
Well, all right, that may be a good thing.
It is.
Let this sink in. Think about it, make it your own. It really is that simple. And not only, as we have said, is this truly just simple physics, it's actually simple physics. Very simple. The universe, existence, is richly complex, but it is only based on very simple fundamental principles. That's it. It works the same for every being in creation, including, yes, you. Is this helping you?
Yes.
Anything else?
I have one more question.
Yes.
I'm such a dreamer.
What does that mean?
I dream of meeting my true love.
You dream of meeting your true love. Look in a mirror. That is your first true love, for how can you attract a reflection of true love if you don't truly love yourself? Do you understand?
Yes.
The outer world is a reflection. It doesn't make you whole. It reflects the wholeness you allow yourself to know is true. Make sense?
Yes.
So dream on, but dream in. Allow yourself to understand that it is important for you to be who it is you prefer to be in order to get the reflection of that person you prefer to be. And the way you know that you are the person that you prefer to be is, paradoxically, that you respond to the outer reflection the way you would prefer to, even if it still looks the same as it did before.
That's tough.
Why? That's a definition.
I guess I make the outer world too real.
It isn't real. Your experience of it is. And that's the only thing that's real. It's the only thing that's actually, quote unquote, out there. Because there is actually no there out there. That's an illusion. But it's a workable illusion. It's a reflective illusion to allow yourself to have a measuring stick, a barometer of what's going on within you. But we understand you have what you call the experience of a space-time lag in your reality. Thus then, many people on your planet go through the misunderstanding that when they say they've changed, they expect to see that change immediately in the outer reality, when in fact, many times they will see exactly the same thing. And then think, well, maybe I haven't changed. What's wrong with me? But the idea many times is that, again, the change is proven by the fact that you respond differently to the reflection, even if it stays the same. It's the response that proves you've changed, not the outer reflection. Because every outer reflection is just a neutral prop that can serve double duty. It can be positive, it can be negative. The effect that it creates in your life is due to what information, what meaning, what label you put on that neutral prop, that neutral circumstance. What you put into it determines what you get out of it. And every single situation, no matter how it looks, can have a positive or a negative effect in your life. So if you define something as negative, then you haven't changed. And thus then, if you really haven't changed, why should the universe reflect that when it hasn't happened? It's when you respond to things differently from the state of being you prefer that you prove to creation you've changed, and then the reflection knows you've really changed, and then the reflection can change. Make sense?
Yes.
Does this help?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks for being in my dreams.
Our pleasure.
Good evening, Bashar.
And to you, good